At the base of Japan's sacred Mount Fuji lies a forest that appears breathtaking from above, a vast green sea of trees. But beneath its beauty lurks a silence and darkness that has terrified locals for centuries. This is Aokigahara, a place known not just for its beauty, but for the shadows that never leave. At the forest's edge, warning signs stand tall, pleading with visitors to reconsider entering. They remind people that life is precious, urging them to think of their families. Yet every year, countless souls ignore the signs, walking into a place from which many never return. The first thing one notices inside is the silence. No birds sing, no insects buzz, no leaves rustle. The silence is so heavy that even the sound of your own breathing feels amplified, as if the forest itself is listening to every step you take. From above, Aokigahara stretches endlessly, earning the name Jukai, meaning the sea of trees. Beneath the canopy, every path looks identical, and it is easy to lose all sense of direction. Those who wander too far often say the forest itself seems alive, shifting around them. Compasses spin wildly, GPS devices fail, and even experienced hikers find themselves hopelessly lost. It's as if the forest refuses to let outsiders escape, twisting their paths, keeping them trapped in its endless green maze. Paths split and twist in confusing patterns, looping back to the same spots. Explorers report walking for hours without advancing, a feeling of being pulled deeper into the forest's grasp. The forest's labyrinth seems designed to disorient and trap the living. Visitors often tie ribbons or leave tape behind, trying to mark their way. But many ribbons disappear, torn or cut by unseen forces. Some explorers have followed ribbons only to find they vanish, leaving them lost in the fog once more. Some swear the silence is not empty, but filled with whispers so faint that they question their own sanity. Words call out from nowhere, sometimes a name, sometimes a plea. And yet, no one is ever visible, leaving the mind to imagine the source. Shadows stretch and move where no light exists. Figures dart between the trees, vanishing the moment they are seen directly. Many explorers describe feeling watched, even when the forest seems empty. Scattered among the roots, explorers find old shoes, faded photographs, or letters left behind. Each item is a haunting reminder of someone who walked these paths and never returned, a frozen memory of despair. Some encounter ropes dangling from the branches, swaying gently despite the absence of wind. Their presence is chilling, a grim reminder of those who entered with no hope of leaving. Deeper in, a forgotten torii gate emerges, half covered by moss. Locals claim it marks the boundary where spirits linger, whispering secrets to those brave or foolish enough to enter. Visitors describe an oppressive heaviness, as if the forest itself pulls them forward, urging them deeper. The mist thickens, the air tightens, and a voice, almost imperceptible, calls them further into the unknown. Slow, deliberate footsteps echo behind those who walk alone, but when they turn, there is no one there. The sound seems to follow, stopping only when it wills, leaving a chilling emptiness. Some report pale figures drifting through the fog. At first, they appear human, but the details are wrong. Their movements are unnatural, gliding rather than walking, eyes hollow, staring without emotion. Search teams often stumble on abandoned tents. Sleeping bags lie undisturbed, food remains uneaten. Yet the occupants are gone, vanished without trace, leaving only a haunting emptiness. Electronics fail mysteriously. Phones flicker, cameras distort, GPS devices go dark. Some swear the forest itself refuses to be recorded, rejecting all attempts to capture its presence. Visitors have claimed to see faces in the mist, distorted, almost human, yet clearly not. They seem to float, watching silently, their gaze piercing the soul of anyone who dares look. At night, a soft cry drifts through the forest. Sometimes it is a child, other times a woman. Explorers follow the sound, compelled, only to find nothing but thicker fog and a sense of deep despair. Even on warm days, certain areas of Aokigahara drop in temperature suddenly. Explorers feel icy breath on their necks, a presence brushing past, yet see nothing, leaving only fear and confusion. Some explorers follow what seems to be a clear trail, only to turn back moments later and find it has vanished. Moss and roots cover it as if it had never existed, leaving the visitor utterly lost. Hours can pass without realizing it, and the forest seems to shift around them, trapping them in an ever-changing maze. Legends speak of spirits that can latch onto the vulnerable. Explorers sometimes report sudden dizziness, hearing voices that are not their own, and feeling compelled to wander deeper, as though the forest is guiding them. Many swear it is not their own thoughts that lead them, but something darker inhabiting their mind. In certain nights, small blue flames appear, floating between the trees. They move unpredictably, flickering in and out of sight, luring those who follow into deeper darkness. Many who chase them say the flames vanish suddenly, leaving them disoriented and terrified. One twisted tree stands out from the rest, its trunk carved with hundreds of names. Some of those names belong to people who never returned. Explorers claim that touching it brings an overwhelming feeling of sorrow, as if the spirits of the lost are reaching out through the bark. Some who walk alone report a sudden cold touch on their shoulders or arms. Invisible hands seem to grip, tug, or push them deeper into the forest. Those who feel it claim the sensation is real, sharp, icy, and almost impossible to ignore. Not all spirits are malevolent. Some say protective entities roam the forest, guiding lost souls away from the darkest paths. They appear as faint glowing figures, dressed in ancient armor or traditional robes, watching silently, intervening only when the forest tries to claim another life. In 2002, a man disappeared inside Aokigahara. Search teams eventually found his abandoned camera. The last photo captured a blurred face in the mist, twisted and unrecognizable, leaving investigators and locals baffled. To this day, the man's fate remains unknown. The deeper one ventures, the more the forest seems to close around them. Trees lean inward, roots twist across paths, and the mist thickens as if to smother the light. Explorers speak of an overwhelming sensation, a weight pressing down that makes every breath a struggle. Even today, dozens vanish in Aokigahara every year. Some vanish from despair, some perhaps from forces beyond comprehension. Those who survive tell a single warning: the forest does not let go easily, and once it latches on, it can never be reasoned with. Whatever lurks in Aokigahara, whether it is human despair, restless spirits, or something far older, one truth remains. This forest is not a place to test courage. Do not enter alone, do not stray from the path, and above all, never forget that some doors, once opened, can never be closed.